They didn't get to hear the boobs.
I was about to say, like, I can't believe you have a Twitter and didn't give me your Twitter name.
And then Granado 60.
Yeah.
I use 60 on the end of 6 killer sometimes.
RJ6 Killer. That wouldn't go over too well these days, though. You know.
Still use it.
You'd be like protesting, and they'd be like, "What's your email address?" RJ6 Killer. What? Get this guy out of here, 6 Killer. They'd be arresting you, that little dude.
Well, my friend Josh that day.
No, it's true. You know how the people are these days.
It's like my friend Josh that I taught the video program with me. One of his emails, because it's like he used the camera to shoot Vegas. He's a Vegas shooter.
Oh.
And the first time I heard it, I was like,
yeah, you might want to change that.
Change that.
Vegas photograph shooter.
People
Vegas
think of
video
Vegas
shooter.
They think of whatever. We're going to glorify that motherfucker.
Yeah,
with his
we
name
don't
on
say
it.
his name. Don't say he who must not be named. Like worse than Voldemort. Are we recording?
Yes.
Hi everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Fast Talk Podcast, episode 3 of year 3. It's Sunday night. The
instant NFL reaction.
Yeah, we're talking football. The first week of the football season, first Sunday of the football season just wrapped up with a Rams victory over the Cowboys. Some other fun stuff happened today. The Patriots won. No surprises there. A lot of people didn't think they would have a chance with Cam Newton, but Bill Belichick, still the greatest coach of all time. So obviously they had no problem handling the lowly
21-11
Miami Dolphins. Once again, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as predicted by me, are in last place, winless on the season.
Atlanta lost too.
Yeah, I know, but so they're tied for last. They're tied for last. Okay, so
and New Orleans is the only team that won.
So what? There's a big old tie for last, but it features Tom Brady's beloved Tampa Bay Bucks.
Really not good.
They're not that good, no.
He threw a bad pick, and then he threw a bad pick six.
Well, eventually, I mean, he's thrown a pick six in 3 straight games, including his last ever throw as a Patriot, which will be his lasting memory. Poor guy, he finally figured out at the end of the game that he's going to throw the ball to Mike Evans. I've been saying this to everybody that has Mike Evans on their team, which is basically like Fitzpatrick, Jameis Winston, and now Tom Brady. Throw the ball to Mike Evans, and you're going to do well, but everybody's like, oh, I want to throw it to number 14, or number 12 was the old number 14, and that other guy they had.
O.J. Howard had a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, O.J. Roll Tide had a touchdown. Gronk did nothing.
Brady on the Zoom call.
10 yards. But what else? What else happened today? Was there a game? Oh, a couple of NFC North matchups.
Packers beat the shit out of the Vikings.
Packers beat the crap out of the Vikings. And the Bears came back to beat
That's what the Lions do. Is they
the Lions. Once again, the opening day of the season blew a big fourth quarter lead. So my picks for 1 and 2 in the NFC North are now 3 and tied for. Well, I guess they're tied for 3, right? Yeah. So they're both tied for last 2. Big old last place tie in the NFC North, and my Aaron Rodgers, my pick for retirement of the year. He had himself
4 touchdowns or 5 touchdowns.
I think he had like 4 touchdowns and a hell of a game. You know who else had a hell of a game was Matt Ryan had a hell of a game against Seattle. A bunch of touchdowns. He had 3 receivers with over 100 yards, but they could not beat the Seahawks. So in the West, the Seahawks won, the Rams won, the Cardinals, Kyler Murray beat the defending NFC champions.
Home field matters at all in this.
Yeah.
Crazy year that we've got.
And the crazy air in San Fran. But so the defending NFC champions are alone in last place in the West, and in the East.
That is your Super Bowl hangover.
I don't even know what happened in the East.
Washington came back against Philly.
So Philadelphia and Dallas are tied for last.
The Giants haven't played.
Giants play tomorrow against the Steelers. And the Bills beat the Jets, so they're tied for first.
There's a division that went undefeated.
The AFC West. The Broncos haven't played in the
We
AFC.
haven't played yet, so now the pressure's on.
So the Chargers won.
Chargers beat the Bengals. Joe Burrow's debut.
Joe Burrow's terrible.
Didn't look terrible. He didn't look bad.
He's horrible.
He didn't look bad.
Like
he looked great. His first NFL start.
LSU
If it was me, I would have
walking
just thrown
through
shit
that
up to
door.
AJ Green.
Yeah, right. That's how you do it. Who's the other team in that division?
Cleveland played Baltimore.
No, the West Division. Kansas City won Thursday.
The Raiders beat the Carolina.
Oh, the Raiders. Yeah, the Las Vegas Raiders. We should talk Las Vegas last.
Not real.
'Cause, you know, we're not Raider fans, but some of our Vegas people may be Las Vegas fans. So what the hell? Let's talk Las Vegas Raiders. Josh Jacobs had himself a game. The rookie wide receiver Henry Ruggs had about 57 yards and 4 receptions, if I'm not mistaken. Derek Carr, looking all right. But the Raiders had a big lead, blew it, but then came back to win. So good for them. They'll be coming home to check out the new digs Monday night against
New Orleans, and they get slaughtered.
the undefeated Saints, who slaughtered a really crappy Tampa Bay team today. So that'll be a fun game to watch Monday night next week.
Hopefully they gave Allegiant as much love as they were giving SoFi tonight in the Sunday night game. So he had shot after shot.
There'll be so many shots of the strip.
Drone coverage. You can't fly over the strip.
I know, but there's a lot of cameras. I mean, everybody on NBC is going to volunteer. Hey, can I get the trip to Vegas to be a cameraman, please? No, that's ESPN, isn't it? Monday night. ESPN will make it work. ABC, Disney owns them. Disney owns pretty much 98% of the United States, so they'll make it work. So fun first day of football.
It's crazy. It kind of went off without a hitch. Like he didn't. There was no delays. There was no nothing. There was just no fans. Like
Yeah. So what do we say? 2 stadiums had fans.
Normal, except for no fans.
Yeah. But
like you wake up on Sunday. I wake up at 9:55 and.
Yeah, you do it differently. The rest of us were all here at like 9:30, hooking it up. We ended up going to Santa Fe Station to try and watch, but it was, it was packed, and they were still trying to control social distancing, but ineffective. It was just kind of inconsistent across the board there. We watched our games and then came back here for most of the end of the afternoon game and then the night game. But here is Barcona. So thank you, Barcona, for hosting us yet again. I should have mentioned that in the intro, but we are back at Barcona.
It was good.
Having beers and watching football, and now watching highlights and talking to you guys, listening, watching. Whatever it is that you're doing, however you get your daily dose of Fast Talk podcast.
So I think the big storylines for week ones are always how like guys on new teams and rookies performed.
Yeah.
So you've got Joe Burrow, obviously number 1 overall pick. Did what one would expect, ups and downs. I think he scored a rushing touchdown.
I didn't watch it.
I think he scored a rushing touchdown. 2 was Chase Young, so that Washington defense struggled early and then came back and beat Philadelphia there. They got good pass rush. I got the Sunday ticket, so what I do in the mornings is I jump between games. Like, oh, this is getting boring. Let me jump to another one. Oh, there's an exciting game. So I wasn't watching it because it was 17-0 Philadelphia, and then I saw it was 17-17, and I was like, oh, hey, here's a tight ball game getting into the fourth quarter. Let me check this one out.
Makes sense.
So they scored, and then the defensive line took over, sacked Wentz, made him fumble. 3, Okuda, Detroit. They blew it against the Bears. I was watching that one somewhat, just because, I don't know, it was close. And then Trubisky had that fourth down where he like fumbled it backwards, like 20 yards, and his offensive lineman jumped on it, and it was like a 4th and 40.
Yeah. I didn't see that play, but I do remember hearing about it.
So I was like, well,
it was being narrated.
I was like, well, this is over, so I switched to a more interesting game. And they keep showing the thing. They're like, oh, hey, the Bears are back in. And I was like, oh, shit, Bears. back in it. Let me switch back to that game. I didn't watch the Green Bay game. I didn't see a single play from that game because
That was on a lot of TVs.
Ass kicking from the start. I only saw Kirk Cousins throw to Adam Thielen.
I think he did that a few times.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because he doesn't have a lot of receivers anymore because Diggsy ditched him.
Thielen? Yeah.
Went to,
Maybe they should trade for AJ Green then.
interesting. They drafted somebody, didn't they? Draft a wide receiver?
Yeah, Jordan Jefferson from LSU.
Yeah.
I don't know what he did in the Vikings game. You had CeeDee Lamb that I don't know what his final stats were.
I think it was like 57 yards or something.
I thought he had more than that.
I'll actually pull it up real quickly here because it's.
Well, he didn't look like he was lost. You know, sometimes with rookie wide receivers.
No, he looked good. There was, I mean,
It's
there were
hard
good
for them to-
connections. But I think Dak has a camaraderie with Cooper, Amari Cooper.
Well, you notice in that final
59.
drive, their final drive to try and tie the game or whatever, every single pass went to Amari.
Everything went to Amari, yeah. 59 yards for CD. Not bad. He had one big hit down the field. So not bad at all. Good rookie thing. 6 targets, 5 receptions.
So Ruggs about the same. 3 catches, 50-some yards.
Ruggs was 50-something yards, yeah.
So we'll see what Mr. Jerry
we got
Jeudy does
Jeudy
tomorrow
tomorrow,
for us against the Titans. Yeah, no Von Miller. We might not have Sutton. I don't know. I haven't heard the status on him.
Number 14, I like to call him.
Yeah. Did you think that was pass interference? At the end of this game? Offensive PI. They called offensive PI.
Yeah, no,
Dak hit Gallup
didn't.
down the sideline. They would have been definitely in field goal range to tie it. 30
there's-
seconds to go. Couple shots at the end zone.
To me, there's
Try and win
contact, but it wasn't enough to call
Two
it pass
guys fighting
interference.
for the ball is what I think.
I
Fighting
think
going down the field.
it's Jalen Ramsey is the all-pro corner, and he tried to sell the call. And you know, when you're the referee looking at that from the back, and you see Jalen Ramsey go back like that, like he's selling that he was hit or pushed. You're gonna throw the flag because you believe Jalen Ramsey. He's over all these years, he's given you that reason to believe.
So your Ramses get that call. Your Talibs get that call.
Yeah, exactly.
Your Revis Islands get that call.
Right. Gilmore's gonna get that call. I don't think Gilmore really ever tries to sell it because he's just that guy that wants to make a good play all the time too. But you know, there's a difference between a defender who will do what it takes to make a play and a defender that will grab a penalty if he needs to. And you know, there's merits to both way. You know, grabbing a penalty if you got to grab a penalty is it's fine. It helps out your team certainly, but I don't know. It's not always the
What if you
honest
flop
and
like
ethical.
that and the guy beats you and they don't call him?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then he's
You
gone?
know, like this year, apparently you cannot challenge PIs anymore. I mean, this play was inside 2 minutes, so you couldn't have challenged it. But had they been able to review it, you know, they may have called it back or called it a different way. So,
Because no one knows what pass interference is.
not anymore. We used to know. It's one of those things. It's not like goalie interference where nobody really ever knew what that was. And it changes by the day, and by the ref, and by the goalie, and by the stadium, and by the temperature, and by the period, and by the score. You know, there it is. They just showed it again on the highlights there.
I just don't think it's.
I don't think this PI. I mean, yeah.
Maybe they wanted the Rams to win their first game at home.
Worst win percentage in one-score games since the start of last year. Bengals are 0-0 and Cowboys are 1-7. I'm sorry, Bengals are 0-9.
0-9. So they were in it a bunch last year. They just couldn't
Yeah.
pull it off. You look at the Cowboys.
Well, I think a lot of it
Oh
was
my goodness!
is sexy, right?
Look at that.
I think with the
Cam
Bengals
is
last
rocking
year.
the most bright ass yellow suit I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, we'll put pictures of it. No, with the Bengals last year, I think a lot of it was they were down so bad that the second string for other teams was in late in the game that allowed them to make it a little bit closer than the
Just got new
scoreboard
faces and new places.
indicated.
We got new faces. We got Cam in Boston. Brady's in Tampa.
Cam had a couple touchdowns on the ground.
Touchdowns on the ground.
Cameron, look at here's another one.
So you got to think
Scamper for 11 yards.
You think about this though, like props to McDaniels because when did they sign him? They didn't sign him until what?
Like July.
Mid-July, August.
Yeah.
So in 2 months, he completely changed his playbook
And
to fit a new quarterback scheme. Because you're thinking you're going with Stidham. Stidham, you're going to run the same system that you did with Brady.
Right.
And then you sign this guy,
who
can throw it, but he adds a whole new element to the game with his ability with his legs. Because he's so big and his strides are so long.
And I think that's the thing. Cam is a guy who has won an MVP. He's taken a team to the Super Bowl. He won a championship in college, too. He's not a dummy.
No.
And
he has that weird text font shit, but
I don't.
Other than that,
if you could send me his number, that'd be cool. I would love to text with him. But
no, it's when he DMs all the bitches to try to.
Well, hey, if he wants to slide into my DMs, I'm down with that too. But the thing about Cam and McDaniels is they're two guys that are committed to winning. I mean, he knew that when he got the offer from New England, he's going to have the chance to start and a chance to play for a team whose goal is not to make the playoffs and not to make the conference championship. The goal of the New England Patriots year after year after year is to win the Super Bowl, and anything short of that is a failure. That's why a lot of guys are afraid to come to New England, and why a lot of guys fail. But Cam welcomed that challenge with open arms. He said it was a match made in heaven. And, he looked really good in game one. McDaniels did a wonderful job, like you said, changing the playbook and the game plan. And I'm sure it was not just a Josh thing. I'm sure this was a mutual, hey, let's work things together. Cam's been running a lot of these same type of plays for a long, long time. And, fact of the matter is, with these mobile quarterbacks, that's kind of the direction we're seeing the NFL move. When you look at Mahomes and Jackson the last few years winning the MVPs, Cam was one of the OGs for that style in this latest era of NFL QBs.
We knew who McDaniels took the year before Cam went number one.
Timothy Tebow?
Yeah, so there's your same similar style quarterback play. Cam's way more accurate, but you got to think McDaniels is drafting Tebow thinking I got a playbook ready to go for this guy. So
that's possible. Yeah, he might have had plays ready, and the Patriots had guys over the last, throughout the Belichick era. We had Rohan Davey, we had Michael Bishop, we had mobile QBs in the system. It's just we always had great wide receivers. We always had a QB with a heck of an arm, and somehow or another, the QB we had for the past 20 years, for the most part, managed to stay healthy throughout his entire career, save for 1 year. He did not have any real nagging injury problems that caused him to miss games, just like a lot of these players do.
Avocado ice cream.
Whatever it is, some call it the TB12 method, some call it
this guy
Alex Guerrero method, some call it the Brazilian super bottle method, but whatever it is, it worked for him when he was in New England. Obviously didn't work for him in Tampa Bay, seeing as he's throughout his entire career in Tampa Bay, he's never won a single game ever. He's a big old loser down in Tampa. Meanwhile, Drew Brees is still on top of the world in Tampa. Like
I said, Drew Brees is going to win the Super Bowl and retire.
You did predict that, and I could most definitely see it happening. And hey, Drew Brees is a great quarterback.
Who looked the best this weekend, then, you think?
Do you want me to not say Cam Newton?
Cam looked good.
Do you want me to say someone other than Cam Newton?
I'm saying he looked good.
Yeah, I know, but
New England looked good. They looked solid.
Do you want me to say
I'm saying, overall? No, you don't have to pick one. Just say who looked good.
Who did
Kansas City
think
looked good on Thursday night.
I think Kansas City looked really, really good on Thursday night.
Baltimore beat the shit out of Cleveland. Yeah, but Cleveland's a dumpster fire.
Cleveland is garbage. So,
I think Raiders showed me something. They look good against Carolina.
I liked what I saw in that one. I don't know. It's tough because there was no preseason. These guys haven't played live games.
See, he'll say that for everyone but Tom Brady. He won't give Tom Brady that benefit of the doubt. Everyone else gets that benefit of the doubt except for Tom Brady. Going to a new team with new receivers and a new offense, you're not going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
None of these guys. I'm saying, I didn't say anything. I said the entire league hasn't played any games, so it's. I honestly don't think we're gonna see them at their best, any of them at their best for a couple of weeks. You know, I mean, obviously, when you look at a guy like Tampa's quarterback, there's a guy who's won 6 Super Bowls, played for 20 years. If anybody doesn't need time to get ready and get into the mode, regardless of whether or not he's with a new team, it's Tampa's quarterback. He doesn't. He of all people should be like the anti-preseason guy. You know, the NFL players want to get rid of preseason games. He should be the champion. He should be on the front lines of that. And a guy like Joe Burrow should be like, no, more preseason, please, because I need it. And then Dak should be out there calling for more preseason games too, because he looked like trash the last drive of this Dallas and LA games.
I thought the Rams defense looked pretty good against Dallas.
Rams got a good D. I mean, you know, Wade Phillips is the man behind that, and
I'm not sure he's still the DC.
No, is Wade Phillips still the DC? I'm pretty sure Wade Phillips is still the DC of the LA Rams. I'm Googling this right now because we don't have a Google person. Could have been Detroit Jeff.
I don't have a Google entity.
Wade Phillips.
I think he retired last year.
Football coach.
I don't remember him on Hard Knocks.
Oh, I thought he was on the sideline. Defensive coordinator, 2017 to 2020.
Don't know.
LA Rams.
2020.
Well, it is 2020.
Did they play a postseason game?
I don't know.
Last year? No, they didn't make the playoffs, so they haven't played in 2020. So yeah, they didn't show him. They didn't show a single shot of him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not there.
I am almost positive I saw him. That's why I thought. Oh, that's why I remember it.
I thought maybe he's avoiding the COVID, so he's not on the sidelines.
I am almost positive I saw him. Let me just ask the girl. No, Hey Google, who is the Los Angeles Rams defensive coordinator?
Brandon Staley.
Okay, I'm wrong.
According to Los Angeles Rams, Brandon
He's
Staley
probably like a consultant now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm almost positive I saw him on the
football scout.
Watching Hard Knocks, I didn't see him at all on Hard Knocks.
I think he's 70 something now.
I would imagine. I mean, either way, it's still a lot of his guys.
Yeah, it's all
and
his guys.
and a lot of his system, and he put that together. It's a good defense. I thought Goff did all right tonight too.
He turned the ball over. No, he did throw that one pick, didn't he? Yeah, he had one pick, but it didn't turn into anything. Dak didn't turn the ball over.
No love from his.
That catch.
That's nice. Todd Heap, is that?
Mark Andrews.
Oh, close. Same thing. That's the new Todd Heap. The Heap Leap. That was nice. But yeah, I thought LA looked pretty good. Put together a good.
Yeah, but Arizona looking good.
I thought Arizona looked really good too. Yeah. Oh,
looking like a potential MVP candidate. Looking like an MVP potential candidate. Scramble touchdown was nice. DeAndre Hopkins, 14 catches.
He just.
And something.
I mean, wow. Just Hopkins was open. Like, how in the hell do NFL defenses
the best
leave
defense in the
open?
NFC, or one would argue the best defense in the whole league, in San Francisco? The one guy you have to cover the number 10 guy.
That's like
he's
that
pretty
to me,
good.
Whatever team DeAndre Hopkins is on, you cover that guy. You cover DeAndre Hopkins.
You take the Belichick approach. You take the thing they do the best and you take it away.
He's I mean, without a doubt, a top 3 receiver in the league. Arguably the best receiver in the league. For him to be able to get 14 catches is a just complete lack. Like, you had to know that you were playing DeAndre Hopkins. It's not like this guy was questionable or doubtful before the game. Like, literally, how long has the schedule been out? You had to know, San Francisco, put a dude on him. Is this Sherman? Is Sherman too old? Is he not good enough?
He's not good enough, no.
Not anymore. And I get it. Christian Kirk is a good receiver. Larry Fitzgerald is a Hall of Famer. With Kenyon Drake doing what he does, and with
you double Hopkins, you put your best guy on Fitzgerald, and you make Christian Kirk beat you. That's what you do with the Cardinals.
You gotta have a spy for Kyler. You absolutely do. But there needs to be two guys on Hopkins at all times. Don't get me wrong, as a Cardinals fan, please don't follow my advice, NFL defenses. Please do whatever San Francisco did today. Keep on doing that, because
don't you guys play the NFC West?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you rest assured.
Gilmore can handle. Well, Gilmore can probably handle Hopkins. We'll see.
I don't think Gilmore has handled Hopkins. Well, he's been hurt when we played to Houston several times, but rest assured, when Arizona comes to New England on November 27th, that Hopkins will be doubled. He might put both corners on Hopkins. If you put
McGordy's on Fitzgerald.
He could put. Ooh, yeah. I don't know. One thing for sure is when they play New England,
will not let DeAndre Hopkins beat them.
He will. He'll say, "Beat me with Kenyon Drake." And hey, Kenyon Drake has beaten New England before, so it wouldn't be the first time for it to happen, but it certainly will be the preferred method of losing for the Patriots, not to DeAndre Hopkins.
I think the Super Bowl hangover is real. I think that's Seattle's division now. I think I'm one weekend,
open,
so I don't want to get too much into it. Everybody won except for San Francisco.
We spent a lot of time talking about this one during the preview podcast. If you haven't watched
it's
the preview
most
podcast,
intriguing division in football.
But yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is we thought this was the most intriguing, and it really still is. It's a very tough division. You have young quarterbacks. You have guys that have been to three guys that have been to the Super Bowl in that division. One guy that's won as a starter, one guy that's won as a backup twice.
2 losses to the Patriots.
2 teams that have lost to Bill Belichick. Yeah, so maybe Russ and Jay Goff can have fun talking about that. But you have some really damn good teams in the West, and Arizona's the wild card. And I'm not saying I picked them for the wild card. I did pick them for the wild card. But,
I think I had them. No, I don't think I had them.
You could see a hell of a lot of growth on that team.
This time.
Yeah, that's what I think's gonna happen. I said three.
Well, they already got your toughest game out of the way at San Francisco. You're done. I know road games aren't as difficult this year, typically, but you got your at San Francisco out of the way.
Well, they got to go to New England too.
Cardinals?
Yeah.
I'm saying in the division.
Oh, divisional game, yeah.
You're at Seattle.
Normally, most people would say at Seattle, but the Cardinals do really, really well in Seattle. That is, and of course, Seattle is one of the only teams that ever does really, really well in Phoenix. It's kind of funny how they kind of own each other's stadiums, but yeah, you're right. It's a tough game out of the way, and we'll see what's on tap next week.
Well, the nice thing is they get the Jets and the Dolphins.
Yeah. Anytime you can get the Jets on
I was
your
actually
schedule
hyped up with the Dolphins, and they disappointed me today. I thought they'd play better than they did.
Well, the thing about the Dolphins is I think they're kind of just buying their time until they're confident putting Tua in as a QB.
He didn't have off season to learn the offense. He's not going to see the field this year, I don't think.
I think he will. Tua will see the field before December 1. That is and I'm not talking about mop-up duty. Tua will start before December 1, let me say.
And I'm actually kind of intrigued. There's a couple teams I want to see. They're going tomorrow. I want to see what Pittsburgh looks like with a healthy Big Ben back. Daniel Jones in his second year with that offense, Saquon Barkley.
That's why, yeah.
Tennessee coming off of that wild card run, Tannehill. See what Derrick Henry's doing. Now he got paid.
So of all the teams you want to see tomorrow, It's Pittsburgh, the
I'm not
Giants,
saying them in
and
order.
Tennessee.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
All right.
saying them in order. All 4 teams I'm intrigued by tomorrow, yes.
All right. Yeah.
It's mostly what offenses look like. Yeah, what Pittsburgh offense looks like, what the Giants offense looks like, what our offense looks like. Drew Lock, Jerry Jeudy, Sutton. Well, I don't know if he's healthy or not. I'll probably get an update on my phone at about noon tomorrow about whether or not he's going to play.
Yeah. Roethlisberger's an old man though, but I'm excited to see what he can do.
Gordon, what he's going to look like in the Broncos uniform, you know?
Oh yeah. We just gotta hope that. Excuse me, sorry, yawned. We just gotta hope that James Conner has a really bad game.
And then for us, like
the James Conner Chronicles.
We're in strange territory too. Like we don't know what to do Monday night when 777s is not open. This is weird for us.
So weird. Like for 7 years, we've been, unless we were at the Monday night game, we've been at 777s at Main Street Station, and Main Street Station is closed. So we don't know what to do. I tried stalking on Facebook. I sent Joey, who's our regular bartender, a good bartender. Tried to. Was gonna send him a friend request. I was gonna offer him $50 for 4 hours worth of work if he could come bartend for us here at Barcona. That'll be a riot. And then we'll do our own little thing with free giveaways and stuff, and we'll invite
you can set up a PA system
Antoine.
here.
Yeah.
Definitely set up a PA system.
Everybody on River, whatever street this is, be coming on over to Barcona for Monday Night Football.
Yeah, Red River that way, Blue River's this way.
This is Green River.
I think it's. I don't even know. I don't know if it's even River.
Just Jack the Ripper Street. I don't know, but yeah, that's so it'll be interesting. It'll be our first Monday night in a while doing something a little different. So.
Well, and then we're stuck too because they've given choice between Golden Knights Game 5 and Steelers Giants. I'm taking Golden Knights Game 5 100 times out of 100.
Oh, this is a segue.
Yeah.
This was a segue, folks. That was good. That was a really good segue. Like,
well, I feel like our game will be. I'm only going to miss the first quarter of the Broncos game.
I mean,
the next games are 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah, shit, it might even be over before our game starts.
Oh yeah, we'll make it work. I mean, obviously we'll make it work. But what was I gonna say? So the Knights are facing elimination. Knights are facing elimination after losing to Dallas last night.
They only had one elimination game last year, and they lost it. This is their second elimination game of this season. Game 7 versus Vancouver being their first.
Yeah.
And they took them 2.5 periods to finally break through against Thatcher Demko.
But they broke through.
Yes. Haven't really been able to break through against
Anton Udoman has just been really good, and it's
same shit, different series. And you know, playoffs are all about hot goalkeeping, and it's been that way since hockey started. And we've run into 2 hot goalkeepers, and we were able to get through one. And
you know, we've had a pretty hot goaltender ourselves.
Yeah, like
it's not like Leonard or Fleury. You know, you could say Fleury lost. Fleury gave up.
He had 1 goal a minute and a half into the game
on the first shot, and did not give up a goal for the rest of the game, you know, and that's his only loss of the playoffs. So hey, maybe we'll see Fleury tomorrow night. I don't know.
If we hadn't had that handshake agreement, I would definitely say Fleury tomorrow.
What is another thing? Is there a handshake agreement? Leonard has said no, you know, but apparently there's a handshake agreement on a 5-year, $5 million deal.
Yeah, that's what I heard
for Robin Leonard, and that puts the Golden Knights at $12 million
something like that
at goaltenders next year. The salary cap's not going to go up, obviously, but it's going to be around $81 to $84 million, so something like that, depending on.
Basically, this is our only move that we can do. If this is our move, this is our only move.
So that's my question: is
that means
is having 2 goalies that are really good worth what you're looking at.
They think everyone else that they have is good, that is meaningful to the team, is already locked up long term.
You're looking at
the money's already committed.
Yeah, but this is an eighth of your salary cap, an eighth of your entire payroll.
This is Blackhawks territory.
Is going to a guy or two guys that are not going to play every game. Now, all right, now you're going to say, okay, they're going to log more minutes than a Carlson or a Stone because a Carlson or a Stone might only play 20 minutes a game, and these guys, when they play, are playing 60 minutes a game. But they're only playing 40 games. So it's intriguing. You know, it's not like having two quarterbacks, as Taysom Hill throws a nice pass to Alvin Kamara on the highlights here that we're watching. You know, it's not the same. To me, it's more like having two great catchers in Major League Baseball. A catcher is an extremely important position, but your backup catcher doesn't need to be a Hall of Famer. I can't ever remember any backup catchers going to the Hall of Fame. And I can't even
remember going now. We have Yachty and then Wieters as the backup, and it's a good dynamic.
Yeah,
because you can, if you want him in the lineup, you can throw him in as the DH right now. You want Wieters back in the lineup.
Yeah, it's a unique situation in 2020. But realistically, you're not spending a ton of money for that guy that plays once every fifth game. And that's kind of what a backup goalie in hockey traditionally is. But maybe we're seeing a different trend. Maybe we're seeing things move towards a different direction. Maybe we're going to a two-goalie system, a 41-41, you know. Maybe somebody plays all the away games, somebody plays all the road games except for back-to-backs or something. I don't know. I mean, maybe this is George McPhee and Kelly McCrimmon are innovating. I don't even think this is an innovation, because you're looking at look at what Dallas has done this year and last year with Hudobin and Ben Bishop. You know, that's a pretty solid two-goalie system, you know, with St. Louis with Jake Allen and Jordan Binnington. Yeah, all those Rangers had, three goalies this year? Yeah, so maybe it's a new thing, and the league is working this way, and as fans, we haven't really figured it out. But to me, it's so difficult to consider, an eighth of your entire payroll for two guys. You know, you got to have 23 guys on your salary, and you're spending 12.5% of it on two guys that are only going to play half the games. I don't know. I mean, something's wrong there. I mean, they're probably going to try to move Fleury if this is the case, but if you move Fleury, he makes a lot of money coming off one of the worst years of his career, despite his playoff performance. You're going to have to eat at least one of those years. And thus,
what's the point? If you're eating one, you might as well eat both.
If you're going to pay him, might as well keep him around, right? I mean, unless you can work something out with another team to take that money, like they were able to work out with Toronto when they acquired Leonard from Chicago. Toronto took some of his salary. But I doubt a team that has gone to the conference finals two out of their 3 years is going to be able to get a partner out there to pay for them to make a trade and get better.
Team that has never missed the playoffs.
Yeah,
and everyone else is that. Fuck you.
It's less and less likely that people are willing to work with us. It's very interesting, but it'll be fun to watch tomorrow night. I really, really hope the Knights can get off this game and just break through and get something past Hudobin early. You got to score first. You got to take advantage of the power play. You got to not make stupid mistakes, and you got to lock it down in front of the net.
I'm not worried about locking it down in front of the net. Like, look at the goal, that fluky-ass fucking Pavelski goal in Game 4. Nothing you can do about that.
Wait, and that was just a result of, trying to...
that was good defense.
Yeah,
stick check.
Exactly. Just trying to disrupt a shot, and it just flipped up over Leonard, and there's really nothing you can do about it.
The overtime loss as well, that's just overtime, and shit happens.
You want some of those bounces to start going our way. You know, they've gone our way for a long, long time. You know, but right now they're not going.
You know, they're going
even throughout the
I can
Vancouver
already tell you
series,
how
they're
the
not
first
going.
10 minutes of this game is going to be the epitome of an emergency. Like, it's going to be an onslaught from the Knights. The forwards will probably be up. So if they don't get a goal, they're probably going to give an odd man rush away. They'll give up an odd man rush. You know, maybe you push and you push Theodore up and you keep Martinez a little bit back.
What do you?
I don't know if that's a defensive pairing. I don't even know if they're together. But
I don't even know what he's been.
I'd say keep McNabb back, but he's been kind of crap since we've come back.
McNabb is not having the best playoffs. No. Shoot. What was I gonna say?
nasty
Well,
defensively.
right. The
Martinez has been pretty solid. And you know what I would say? Throw Merrill in there. Fuck it. Throw Merrill in there.
Well, that's just giving up.
We won the last time Merrill was in the lineup. Throw him in there.
No, we didn't. Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Pretty sure it was.
I thought that was one of those losses to Vancouver when we were up 3-1.
Oh, it might have been. And
Maybe
we might actually
no.
played Game 6 against Vancouver.
I don't know. Johnny Merrill. But I think, or what about the
You don't
the
switch
loss?
out McNabb. You're taking out something
Right.
Holden, but
What about the loss? The loss of Nosek. You know, because that shuffles lines.
it's basically you choose between Cousins or Nosek.
Yeah, well, I play Nosek. If Nosek's able to play, if he's able to play, you put him on your fourth line, and then
I think you go back to what was working for the end of the season. You used to put Carlson with Patches and Stone.
yeah, he's got that.
Stastny with Marchand, Riley,
Yeah,
Smith.
he's doing that.
Tuck.
Those are your 1-2.
Your third line is Stevenson, Tuck, Wah,
Yeah.
and
Well,
then
and
I go
that's-
Nosek, Reeves, Carrier. Yeah,
Okay, so you're not having Cousins in.
guess not.
Cousins out. All right.
I like
I
Nosek,
agree
Reeves,
with
Carrier
you.
is
I'm
better
not-
chemistry.
I think so too, and I would say Cousins out. The other option is if Nosek's not able to play, does
then you do a Cousins, Tuck, Wah, and then you put Stevenson with Carrier and Reeves.
I was gonna say Stevenson on the fourth line.
What a great fucking addition he is. It's just the ability to play on any
Dude,
fucking
seriously,
line.
I mean,
love Chandler.
Chandler,
He
like
was our
first
enemy,
line,
and
fourth
now he's
line.
our foe.
He was our enemy. Now he is our. He is our friend. But yeah, he's really. I mean,
think
he's
that
something
she actually
else.
believed. Which one do you think she believed was bad, and which one did you think she believed was good? She had to have believed Foe
She
was
had
good.
to think foe meant friend.
Did I tell you about that?
Wow.
So we traded for Chandler Stevenson,
Yeah.
and he was on the Capitals team that beat us in the Stanley Cup final
Mhm.
a couple of years ago. So I get a text from my Hooters girl, Alicia, right after we traded for
We're gonna bleep her name out to protect the innocent when this goes
Watch
online.
this shit.
Protect the guilty. I'm a tagger in it.
She texted me, we traded for a guy from the Capitals. And I was like, so? She's like, but he beat us in the final. I go, so? He's a good player. I think he's fucking scored in his first game. But she goes, and then later on after that game, she said, oh yeah, I guess he's good. I like him. He was our enemy. Now he's our foe. And I was like, what? No, this was Thanksgiving of last year. I remember now because I was at Thanksgiving dinner with my Art Institute people. And I was like, because I showed Josh, I was like, this is the text I just got from Golden Knight
Wow.
Stan, a friend of mine.
She
He
didn't
was
know.
our enemy, now he's our foe. And I go, those mean the same thing. She's like, oh, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, got for that ass.
But the
The better
funniest thing is,
education.
like, there was, like, a couple weeks later, there was a headline about a Knights game or something in the paper regarding him, and the headline was like friend or foe, and I. Like, so it's like 7:30 in the morning, and I'm like, oh, Pete, you got to see this headline. This is hilarious. But yeah, that's he's been a hell of an addition. I mean, you
I don't
never
know what
would.
his contract status is though. So.
Yeah, well, he'll probably want some more money. But you never think, okay, here we are picking up a fourth line dude.
So I was gonna say he is a fourth line dude that can play on our first line and is successful.
And it has had a huge
And you're like,
impact
I don't
on our
want to leave
first
this
line.
fucking team. Like if I was him, I'm like, nah, dude, this is
Yeah, dude, I'm playing
This
with
is awesome.
I'm playing with Stone and Carlson. And, yeah, hell yeah. I mean, like, he was on a team with Alex Ovechkin.
You never saw the ice with Ovechkin.
But right, exactly. Now Mark Stone is one of the most talented players in the NHL, and he's skating with him on the same line. I mean, that's awesome. This is my boy Matt Shaw, by the way.
I would not want to leave. If I was him, I wouldn't want to leave the Knights. If I was Leonard, I'm like, I think I can get more than $5 million.
Leonard can get a lot more than $5 million, and I think that's why he's
$5 million.
denying these this contract extension, because his agent has got to be out there. Like, even if we've made this deal, and maybe that's it. Maybe the agent made the deal, and he's like, "Oh, I haven't agreed to anything," because he definitely should be making a lot more. He should be making.
You could get more than $5 million a year.
He should be making top 5 goalie money.
And maybe you like playing on Vegas, but.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you can like it here. There's some people don't like it here. Some people never.
He was just as good on Chicago, though.
Oh yeah, and
he liked those guys.
And with the Islanders, I think, with Chicago, it was a simple matter of he thought he was going to play more, and
what's going to happen
they're
here
loyal
too?
to Crawford.
He thinks he's going to play more. I'm like, no, you're playing half the year. Fleury playing the other half, and.
Right, exactly. What are the plans? And I think, when the season's over, whether that's tomorrow night or October 2nd,
God's willing.
You got to get these guys together and say, like, if the plan is to keep Leonard or try to keep Leonard, you have to let Fleury know, hey, we wanna keep this guy. We think we can make it work, or we don't think it's going to make it work. Fleury obviously has a limited no trade clause on his contract.
I would think they'd have enough respect to be like, to Fleury, like, do you think we can make this work?
I sure as hell hope they do, but you know what? For 3 years we've known these guys, and I remember this is the same group of people that are asking season ticket holders to subsidize unsold tickets in T-Mobile Arena, and built it into our contracts, not saying we would opt into it, forcing us to opt out of paying more money for better seats so teachers can go to games. So there's a lot of shady, seedy things going on behind the scenes over at City National Arena. We need to, or I think the fans should expect things to go clean and calm and professional with the Fleury Leonard situation. I think both of those goalies deserve it. Their agents, Fleury's agent doesn't deserve it. But sit down like men and say, hey, this is what we want to do. Is this something that you guys are willing to do? Because there's a lot of moving pieces. There are egos, and there are some really, really great players. And it's going to have an effect on the team for at least two more years.
That being said, though, I'm down for Leonard to be our starting goalie. I'm totally okay with it.
I'm fine with Leonard being the goalie. Yeah, I mean, I love Marc-Andre Fleury. Marc-Andre Fleury is an awesome guy. He truly embraced the role of becoming the face of the franchise and the expansion. You see these videos out there of on YouTube of like him driving home at night and kids playing street hockey, and he just grabs his equipment and is like, hey, can I play too? And I mean, it's so cool, and what he's done for Vegas. It's pretty damn awesome, and it will be very sad for me to lose him. But
it all comes down to it, though, the W's are the most important thing.
It certainly wouldn't be the first time that I've lost a major Hall of Famer anchor of my team.
Did we talk about this on the podcast? How
the
Premier League has taught me not to get attached to a player anymore?
We have not talked about this, no. But we were talking about it a little bit earlier,
because
about how Tottenham is trying to get you to not be a fan.
Being a soccer fan and the teams that I like, you have to be loyal to the logo, not the player.
The uniform.
Yes. I've seen Quinn Dempsey come and go. I've seen Brad Friedel come and go. I've seen a coach that I liked come and go, and now a coach that I hate is the head of our team, and I've seen, as a Broncos fan, if I buy your jersey, you're going to be a free agent or traded that next year.
I was going to say, it's not even the Premier League. I mean, like, for me as a New England Patriots fan, I watched Lawyer Malloy get cut the day before the season started. I mean, what? A Lawyer Malloy? I just bought his jersey.
I got a DJ Williams jersey. He was gone to the Bears. I got a Tebow jersey, gone because Peyton Manning came in. I had a Peyton Manning jersey. I did have that for 2 years while he retired, so that one's okay. Demaryius Thomas, gone. Houston next year. Chris Harris Jr., gone. Suck Diego this year. I'm not buying jerseys anymore. I'm buying an Elway and I'm buying a Sharp.
Buy the blank ones and buy the Hall of Famers. But I'm gonna ask a question for you, and I will say I'm gonna attribute this question to UniWatch and Paul Lucas because he popped it out there on his blog uni-watch.com. If you ever check it out, awesome site. Several years ago, and it's one question that I always bring up when I talk about loyalty to the logo or loyalty to the uniform. So I'm going to ask you, if the Cardinals and the Cubs were traded for each other today, 29 guys on the roster now, 29 guys for 29 guys. Who are you rooting for tomorrow?
Cardinals.
Okay.
Yeah, I go from hating Javi Baez to loving Javi Baez.
Okay.
I don't like it, but actually, well, I don't know. Those guys got them in first place in our division this year. So, and those guys weren't stupid enough to go out and get COVID and get 14 days of there.
So the 53 guys on the Chargers are traded for 53 guys on the Broncos.
Let's do it, Tyra Taylor. Let's do it.
All right. No, like I agree with you. If you would ask me about the Red Sox and the Yankees, I would say I root for the Yankees.
To them.
It should
Red Sox. It should be a business to you, but it's a business to them. These guys aren't loyal. They grew up rooting for a specific team, and now they're playing for maybe another team. I always said that when I was a kid. I'd be like, if I was ever good at football, like if I got drafted by the Chargers, like I would never. But now, like knowing now, and like, fuck yeah, I'd play for the Chargers as if they fucking drafted me.
I could never play for the Yankees.
You know?
I honestly don't. I have a very, very deep hatred for the Yankees. I could never play for them. Not even that, but also, like, it's their fans, too. They, if I were to play for the Yankees, there would be so many people.
You'd also have to get rid of, like, all of this.
Yeah, I don't mind shaving the beard. That's not even it. It's just, like, I don't want to bring joy to their fans. I do not like their fans. Like, if I were to score a winning run or something, if I were like Dave Roberts sliding in a second, I don't want to be known as a Yankee. Like, imagine the hatred that would be around New England. Like, oh God, imagine like, oh hey, look, here's our native son Maserati over here sliding on into second and helping the Yankees win the World Series. What? I couldn't show my face in Massachusetts ever again. They'd hate me, and I could never do it. I just couldn't do it. I could play for the Canadians. I could play for the
guys though that have gone back and beaten their hometown team, like Rodgers beating the 49ers in the playoffs, and winning a Super Bowl.
To me, the biggest one is Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce grew up in the shadows of Englewood. Yeah, he used to sneak in. He looks good, doesn't he?
The hat looks way too big for him.
But Paul Pierce, and now he's a born Celtics. Like, here's a guy who's an analyst for ESPN, and you know what his Facebook said after we won Game 7? Beat the Heat, beat the Heat, beat the Heat. This is a guy who took the day off from doing analysis for ESPN a couple years ago when we were playing whatever team LeBron was on in the Eastern Conference Finals, and it's Game 7. Paul Pierce took the day off to go sit in his seat that he gets as a retired number guy, and he's out there taunting LeBron.
Did he sit next to Portnoy?
He was actually he was under the basket. I don't know why they gave him such a crappy seat, but I mean he was like on the court under the basket, but he's out there taunting LeBron wearing his green.
I think there's anybody that hates LeBron more than Paul Pierce though.
I really think like it's the top 10 LeBron haters are like me, Paul Pierce, and Dave Portnoy. Like it's really, really damn close. I mean, like and it's funny. Like people are like, oh, I like him, and then you say like you try and explain all these things LeBron lovers are like Trump fans too. Like you can explain to people how let's take Marc-Andre Fleury for example, who gave $500,000 to T-Mobile Arena workers
Employees.
who were lost their jobs during the shutdown. Here's LeBron. LeBron makes a hell of a lot more than Marc Andre and most of the athletes that were doing similar things. But was LeBron out there giving money to those Staples Center athletes or even Quicken Loans Arena athletes? No. You know what LeBron was doing?
Tuesday.
He was twittering out, by the way, guys, Blaze Pizza is open. Blaze Pizza is open. Yeah. Oh.
No,
They
Drew
delivered.
Brees gave like $10 million
Yeah, I
to
mean,
the city of New Orleans.
and that's just the kind of guy LeBron is. And LeBron will put out this, like, oh, hey, like LeBron James gave, and I forget what the amount was, but he gave a lot of money to his high school. But
St. Mary's, Vincent Mary's, whatever it is.
St. Vincent, St. Mary's, yeah. It's a Catholic high school, right? People literally give money to Catholic schools for free. But, so I did the math. If LeBron...
Why don't you go find the inner city Akron High School?
Yeah.
And give money to that.
Well, we'll get to that. If LeBron gave the same amount of money to St. Vincent St. Mary's as a percentage of his income. No, wait, let me rephrase it. If I gave the same amount of money to Boston College High School as a percentage of my income that LeBron gave to St. Vincent St. Mary's as a percentage of his income one time, I would be writing Boston College High School a check for $6.73 every year. Now, they get a little bit more than that from me, not once, every year. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five. BC High can expect those checks from me. It's a little bit less because some things came out this year. So I split that donation in half and give to another organization as well. And LeBron built a school, right? LeBron built a school in Akron, the I Promise school. Remember that?
Yeah.
Everybody says LeBron built it. You know what? LeBron paid 10% for that. You know what? The taxpayers paid 90% for that. And then you know what else? In surveys and polls, the taxpayers of Akron, Ohio, did not want another school. They didn't need it. And granted, I will say the school has a good graduation rate and has done very well, performed very well. That being said, it was not wanted, and it's a big old, like, LeBron, check out what I did, but I didn't actually do it, It's like the lady that works at the bookstore with me that'll come in and be like, oh, I sold 85 books today. And I'll be like, oh, really? You sold 85 books? That's awesome. Yeah, people just actually brought 85 books up to the counter. You didn't do anything. They picked them all out. They brought them up. You just happened to ring them in. Sorry, that's...
What about the Aces?
The Aces, yeah.
Seattle.
Ooh, yeah, basketball segue. Yeah, that's nice.
So Vegas sports.
You know the sucky thing is that because it was the first day of the football season, I did not get to watch a lot of this. I caught maybe
I totally forgot it was going. Sorry, girls.
I caught like 3 minutes in the fourth quarter, but
this is a nice throw.
The Aces were victorious today. Las Vegas Aces victorious. Second win of the season over Seattle, and most importantly, clinched the number 1 seed in the WNBA playoffs. Second Vegas team to clinch a number 1 seed in the playoffs this year. So that's pretty damn cool, right? I actually heard. I don't know if you remember, or if you were watching NFL Primetime, when Boomer was talking with, is that Booger that he was talking with?
Yeah.
Boomer and Booger were talking like, is it really the Las Vegas Raiders? I can't get it. Is Las Vegas? And, they're talking about Las Vegas winning.
Sports that were relevant until 2017.
He goes, Las Vegas loves winners. They're winners in Las Vegas.
We are. And
the Vegas Aces are proving that. So
how we do?
They will have a first round bye and a second round bye. So pretty damn awesome. A lot of people counted the Aces out. A lot of W people. When Cam Beige opted out, and then when
McCutchery, she stepped in. And
McCutchery has had a hell of a year. I mean, coming off the injury that she had.
Not filling the shoes, but filling the shoes.
Right.
Lizzie.
Yeah, I think that's really good. Like, she's not trying to be Cam She's Angel McCautry. I mean, she's one of the greatest WNBA players of all time. She represents the USA really, really well, unlike Patrick Kane, and Kemba Walker. So there, I'm a equal opportunity hater. Um, so, but Angel's awesome. She's fit the role perfectly. You know, one of the best things I love about this WNBA Las Vegas Aces team is that this team does not feature the 3-point ball. They do not shoot a lot of threes.
You know, that's our stance in Fast Talk Podcast. #Man of3.
Yeah, and Lambeer is not about shooting the three. He's about we got big girls.
It's inside out. It's an inside out game.
Yeah, let's get the ball inside and let's get it to the bucket.
We have two. I think we're gonna have 2 award winners. We're gonna have 2 award winners.
We are likely going to have the MVP and A'ja Wilson.
Sixth man of the year.
Sixth woman of the year will likely be Dearica Hamby again. Second, I mean, it's kind of weird to win the 6th woman of the year twice in a row.
But she deserves it.
But it's that's
no
your
one else
role.
is coming off the bench. She scored 23 points today.
Yeah, damn, she's damn good. But yeah,
any other team, she would probably start.
Yeah.
But I feel like she takes the Ginobili approach.
Don't go giving people ideas.
She loves coming off the bench like Manu Ginobili did.
I think she really is happy in Vegas. I think Vegas is. I mean, the first 2 rounds. I mean, us in Seattle have the first 2 round buys, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes down and who we play. We obviously won't know yet. I didn't even.
The first 5 seeds are West Conference, though, aren't they?
1 through 5 are the West, yeah, and then 6, 7. And 8, I think, are the Eastern best teams in the East.
Who is the best team in the East? Is it Connecticut?
The Sun, yeah.
Because it's us and then Seattle and then the Sparks, right?
Let me just pull it up right now, real quick, while we're here. WNBA standings. W's already there from when I was looking up Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips, worst head coach, best defensive coordinator ever. Oh no, Chicago and then Connecticut and then Washington. So Washington squeaks in at 9 and 13. So Washington will play. I think Washington plays Phoenix in the first. Oh no.
How many teams made it? 8?
8 teams make it.
So 8 plays 4?
No. 1, 2, 3, 4 get buys. We get
5, 8, and then 6, 7. And they play a 1-game series or a 3-game series?
I think the first 2 rounds are 1 game and the last 2 rounds. Okay, yeah. All right. Sorry, guys. I just had to figure this out for a second. So the Sky and Sun will play each other, and the Mystics and the Mercury play each other. Those will be 1-game series. And then the winners of those 2 will play the Sparks and the Lynx, and those will be 1-game series.
So we don't have to worry about playing anyone but probably Sparks, Lynx.
Likely Sparks, Lynx. And then the winner...
So we'll probably play the Lynx, right?
Yes.
The 4?
Yeah, if the Lynx get through, we'll play them.
It basically comes down to us versus Seattle in a 3-game series for the
5-game.
Oh, it's 5.
Yeah,
right.
So it's really weird. The first 2 rounds are best of 1. The next 2 rounds are best of 5. So we lost to Washington in the semis last year after beating Chicago in the round 2 quarters. Diamond the Shields, yes. My girl Dearica Hamby beat
trade for her.
Seattle. Beat Chicago.
We could put like Kelsey Plum, Lizzie Cambay's contract, send to Chicago.
I think
for Diamond the Shields.
Cambage isn't going anywhere. Well, the only team Cambage will go to is LA. She will retire before she plays for somebody other than Vegas or LA because of the Australian thing, and she's made very clear that her team, or that she wants her family to be able to come visit her without spending 26 hours on airplanes. Like when she was with Tulsa,
that's what happens when you
she hated it. I mean, and there's no like it was the weirdest thing. Is like there's no easy flights from Dallas to Australia either.
Is there easy flights from Vegas?
Yeah, there's easy flights from Vegas everywhere in the world.
Where do they go? Sydney?
Everywhere in the world.
Melbourne?
Everywhere in the world.
Perth?
Yeah, they part of the world. Yeah. Perth is on the other side, isn't it? Perth is on the
one
other
of them's
side.
on the other side, and then Sydney and no, I thought Melbourne was on the other side, and Sydney and I don't know Australia.
No, Melbourne's on the
geography. I don't know Sydney. I don't know Australian geography.
I think because
All
Sydney's
I know
north,
is Peace
Melbourne's
Sherman,
south, or
42
and then Perth
Wallaby
is on the other
Way.
side.
That's
Yeah.
all I know.
Okay.
42 Wallaby Way.
Yeah, see,
Sherman,
you
which
can't
is
go
obvious.
without getting a Disney reference into one podcast. It was like we're both biased in our own ways. But yeah, props to the Aces. Hell of a season. In the wobble.
We're gonna be lifting the title. It's fine.
Yeah, and you know,
I'm
hey.
not cashing in my bar title.
So the question is, you know, which Vegas team? You're not cashing in the bar tab on that. I need to cash it
On the Aces? No offense.
in. A championship's a championship.
I don't know. I'll be fucking stoked.
All right, fine. Don't cash it in. Keep holding on to that. I got one that I need to cash in anyways. Maybe I'll cash it in when the White Sox win the World Series. Because that'll be even funnier. He'll be celebrating,
He won't
celebrating
care.
the
That's
White
thing.
Sox.
He won't care.
Yeah, and then we can run it way up, and he won't care because the White Sox will be champs. Oh yeah, that'll be cool. I will. All right, Anthony. Hope you're listening. Excuse me.
Bears
All
guy.
right, Bears guy. Shit, I'm gonna get him a shirt that says Bears guy. All right, what's next?
Lights.
I don't know what's up with those guys.
That's it. Then.
They lost. They got their butts kicked by Phoenix.
Yeah, they did. Was that 5-0?
5-0 to Phoenix, dude. I mean, just I don't know. They need to, if they haven't already started searching for a new coach, they really need to find a
Maybe we
new
can get
coach.
another U.S. national team all-star.
Yes, see if we can steal Landon Donovan,
Kobe Jones.
Kobe
Coach.
Jones, hell, fucking Tab
Brian
Ramos,
McBride?
Viola.
Brian McBride want to coach? Tim
Yeah.
Howard? You got to be retired and close to it.
Tim Howard, yeah, maybe Tim Howard wants to. I'd love to hear what Tim Howard has to say about Tommy Olsen, because I really think there's so much
Or
potential
Brad.
there. Tommy Olsen is a good goalie. I like him. Maybe Terry Henry will come down here. You never know. For the right amount of money. Problem is, there ain't no money there. He's not making any money. Gave everything away last year for pennies on the dollar because of
He did one beat.
the fact that they thought they would be selling, but it's another thing that COVID screwed up big time. So interesting. Lights need a new coach. I don't want to say they need a new philosophy
Sure.
because I don't mind the Lights philosophy, but they certainly need to figure out a way to win games.
Not 1-0 according to Lashbrook. So.
I don't care if they win every game 1-0. I mean, Brett,
I know it's not exciting, but a W is a W, bro.
I'm not one of the few people I am one of the few people that is in Lashbrook's corner. A lot of people want him to get rid of the team, sell the team. I think if Lashbrook sells the team, ultimately we'll lose the team. He was the guy that brought the team here. He was the guy that took the crappy rent deal that said, like, oh, hey, if the 51s play, you guys better have the field fixed and ready for the 51s 24 hours before they play the game. And it's like, well, what the fuck? We got a game that afternoon. They're playing in the night. You know, like, they screwed them over, you know. Here's the best part. Because Mayor Goodman wanted to do so much things with Cashman Field all the time, she's like, that's her big baby, finding something for
That's
Cashman.
how we were offered Cashman Field.
Yeah, I'm. That's it. She wants something there, but like it's
it would have been rent free.
That's
We would have
crazy.
Cashman rent free for our campus.
In his lease, like, they can terminate the lease at any time with no notice for no reason. You know, it's like Brett just really wanted to have a soccer team in Vegas. He thought he could make it work. I think he's made it work so far. But, you know, fact of the matter is, you got to win games in order to sell tickets, and you got to stop giving away tickets. Because you know who used to give away a lot of tickets to his games in Vegas? One Vince Neil, and a lot of people don't remember how that turned out. Because they didn't make it a full season. They lasted 4 games and then folded. Because he gave away a lot of tickets. Vince Neil was an idiot, though.
Probably didn't like sauces on his fast food shit.
I don't know what he put on his fries, but he probably was a mayo on his hot dog guy. That's the kind of douchebag. Well, Vince Neil is a good music maker, but way too many fast food. Yeah, I know it wasn't as good as the other one.
No, it wasn't. I was searching for something.
But
to tie it in.
Yeah, so all right. As we talked about everything we got to talk about. We were gonna have Detroit Jeff here. We wanted to talk to him, but we'll get him on one way or another.
Detroit Jeff on.
If we have to do it through the meet or whatever, we'll get him on. We're gonna do top 5, new top 5. We talked about this.
We talked about it not last time, but the time before.
Top 5 proprietary sauces from we talk about cane sauce, Chick-fil-A sauce. Yeah, because when we did the fries, and I was like, dip your waffle fries in Chick-fil-A sauce and stuff like that. So this was kind of hard. I mean, if you guys follow me personally, you know I'm a fast food guy. I like to eat a lot of stuff. Just yesterday, we did the ghost pepper wings from Popeyes.
Those were fucking good.
Which I thought they were really good. Good flavor.
Solid wing. Not so good when you reheat it, as I found out today. But
a good crispy.
Great kick to them, back of the throat.
Make sure
with you for a minute. Get some milk.
Oh yeah, I didn't drink any milk, which is probably why it hurt this morning. When it was coming out.
Milk only
the other
helps
end.
it in your mouth.
Well, the milk is still
gonna hurt going out.
It's coating. But yeah, hurt my butt when I was pooping, guys. That's what happened. But you know what doesn't hurt my butt when I'm pooping? Sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's. That's my number 5 sauce. I've loved this sauce since I was a kid. There was a McDonald's near where we lived, and I would always get the McNuggets. They actually had a deal, 6 McNuggets for $1. So I would get the 6 McNuggets and a sweet and sour sauce, and they would give you 2. But I only needed 1 when I was a kid.
You only dip in 6 nuggets.
So I would hoard these. We had in the fridge a drawer full of sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's. And the sweet and sour sauces from other restaurants and other joints is not the same.
I got the best sweet and sour sauce I ever had in my life is from this place called House of Joy in San Antonio. That was a Chinese spot we would always go to.
See.
They had sweet and sour chicken, and that sweet and sour was just.
And that's what I like about McDonald's.
Way better than Panda Express.
McDonald's is more Asian-y than traditional sweet and sour sauce. It has. No, what I mean is more Chinese foodie than traditional sweet and sour sauce, like the sweet and sour you get at Burger King or sweet and sour you get. Yeah.
Sweet and sour sucks ass.
I don't think I ever had it, but I really like it. And you dip your fries in it too. You ever dip your fries in McDonald's sweet and sour sauce?
I probably do. I'm not a fried dipper. I'm not a fried dipper person.
Because you've never dipped them in sweet and sour sauce.
I'm a nugget dipper.
Oh.
I do not dip I don't even dip my fries in ketchup. I just eat the fries.
Tomorrow night, bring some fries on the way over to Barcona when we watch the Monday nights, and we will dip the fries in sweet and sour sauce, and we will have a taste test. Fries in sweet and sour versus fries in non-sweet and sour.
Well, in versus my 5, which we can't get anymore because it's the Mulan Szechuan sauce.
Oh, you went with the Szechuan sauce.
It's fantastic. I was only 10 years old when this shit came out, but I remember it too.
It was special. I didn't think it was that good,
really,
to be honest.
I think it's better than the sweet and sour. It was just solid.
I think you were letting Rick and Morty affect your opinion of
you didn't do the nuggets in the Szechuan sauce. You got the fingers that McDonald's put out.
Chicken selects they were called.
The selects. Those would go in the Szechuan sauce. And it was good.
But they weren't for they were for McNuggets though.
For whatever you want to dip into it.
I'm pretty sure it was for McNuggets.
I was 10.
All kinds of sauces for McNuggets.
Yeah.
And they weren't even called Chicken Selects back then. They were called McChicken Selects.
And then they put it, and then they got rid of it.
I just remember
everybody was going nuts over it.
I think the sweet and sour came of the Mulan sauce. They were like, oh shit, this Asian shit works. Let's get a sweet and sour.
No, sweet and sour was I told you I had this when I was a little boy. I was eating sweet and sour with McNuggets before you were born.
Szechuan.
That's probably true.
Szechuan is my 5.
Szechuan sauce.
You don't have my 4. No, my 4 is
I
the
never
spread.
liked it.
The
In-N-Out spread?
The In-N-Out spread.
I thought long and hard about putting that on the list, but
and a lot of people argue it's just Thousand Island. No,
it
it's
is
different.
not even close. Yeah,
it's different than Thousand Island. I guarantee you that.
Well, and that's a lot of burger places have used Thousand Island
Burger
or
King
some
uses
sort of.
1,000 on some shit.
Yeah, they try to recreate the In-N-Out burger.
You can't do it.
Wendy's did it. Carl's
They
Jr.
have the
California
whole
Classic
thing
is
that's-
pretty
isn't
close.
Animal Style uses the sauce.
Animal Style, yeah.
Yeah, so
But
you
it's
have
just
the whole
with-
thing. Animal Style built
Oh,
off of the
on
sauce.
fries?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good with cheese. But I don't get it with onions. A lot of people like onions. I don't like onions. Yeah, that's a really, really good sauce. And it makes a difference. You know you can get a burger with ketchup and mustard at In-N-Out. A lot of people don't know that.
For me, double, spread only. That's what I get every single time.
No tomatoes?
There's literally nothing I've ever ordered other than a double, spread only at In-N-Out.
No
Literally,
tomatoes?
No.
No lettuce?
No.
No grilled onions?
I don't like any of that shit.
Not even the tomatoes?
No.
Will you start getting the tomatoes on the side and I'll eat them because the tomatoes are good for my heart and
I'm going
heart.
to call you when I'm going to drive through In-N-Out and save my tomatoes.
Yeah, please.
Or hours later.
Yeah, just put them in the fridge.
Put them in a container and leave them in the car.
You know where I work, just stop by and be like, hey, got some tomatoes for you. You're going to leave them on the doorstep. Just put them in a little bag. I'll be like, fuck yeah.
Spread only is the way to go. In-N-Out. So that's why the spread is my number 4.
I'm not even a lettuce guy, but I'll eat the lettuce too because it's just there's something about In-N-Out that's just so fresh and delicious. You know, yeah, that's a really good choice. My 4 is Taco Bell's Diablo sauce.
That's not the volcano taco.
This is not the volcano taco. This is, you can get Diablo. Normally they don't put it out because when you're allowed to go back into Taco Bell, because the one near me doors are still locked. But the drive-thru is open, which doesn't help me because I don't have a car. So I have to just go up, pull the door every day, and hope that it's unlocked. But it's still locked. But when you're allowed to go in, they usually only just have the hot and the mild out there. Sometimes they'll have the fire. But almost always you have to ask for the Diablo sauce. And it's in a little black packet. And it's just, it's like really spicy, but it's not as spicy as the ghost pepper was when that kicked in. But it's
Well, I hope they make a
like,
ghost pepper sauce. Taco Bell.
to
Make
me,
a ghost pepper sauce.
that would be cool.
Or
They
Carolina
did those rattlesnake
I feel like
fries and
Zaxby's
things.
should do a Carolina Reaper.
Zaxby's would be a good choice, yeah.
Or Checkers.
Which are all closed in Vegas. Now they're rallies. They reopened as rallies. But no, Zaxby's would be a really good choice. But the thing about I never got any additional
When you said
taste
Diablo,
from the.
I thought it was the volcano taco sauce, and I fucking love that shit.
It's a little.
I
It's
love the
different, yeah.
volcano tacos.
But it's the mild, the hot, and the fire, they do nothing for
No,
me.
they suck. They're horrible.
But the Diablo gives me some taste and some spice and kicks it up a notch. Bam! Shout out Emerald Lagasse. My 3,
Or my 3. I don't know.
are they the same? Probably not, because you didn't even know what my 3 was.
My 3 is I'm a homer for my 3. It's the spicy ketchup.
Oh, I didn't even think of Whataburger spicy ketchup.
This is
Oh,
a combo.
damn!
The spicy ketchup. It's
mention it.
the thing about the
Yeah.
spicy ketchup. It's ketchup, but it's like ketchup fused with a spicy barbecue-ness. But the thing about Texas barbecue is we don't really do spicy barbecue because ours is more based off of brown sugar and sweet maple syrup. But they're like, hey, fuck it, we'll throw some weird random ass barbecue with this ketchup shit, and then you put your fries in that shit, and it's the greatest thing, the third greatest thing.
It is a damn good sauce. I agree with you. Your list is really, really good, except for the Szechuan sauce. I love the spicy
ketchup is everything.
I kid you not. Every time I go to Arizona or go to a Whataburger, I grab a couple of
That's the only way to get Whataburger
spicy
for us
ketchups.
is to go to Arizona.
You can actually buy the spicy ketchup online in a bottle. But it is damn good, and
You gotta grab at least like 6 of them, to take home.
well, because they don't have them out either. They have a little tray that you gotta and I feel weird hey lady with the tray of condiments, I'm just gonna take all your spicy ketchup. Because now she's like, well now I gotta go reload the spicy ketchup because
They
this
shouldn't have made
fatty.
it so damn good then.
Yeah. No, there was this place. I don't know if it still exists, but it was part of a chain that was on Eastern and Sunridge Heights here in Vegas for a while. It was called Evo's. And it was like a healthy eating place. So when I was eating healthy, I would go there a lot. But they had different types of ketchups too, and they had a spicy ketchup, which was really good. But they also had a garlic ketchup, which I loved. But it wasn't in the little cups like Whataburger. So you had a little ramekin, but they had ramekin covers. So I would squirt myself a bunch of garlic ketchup ramekins to bring home every day too, because that was some damn good ketchup. I didn't even think of ketchups, but yeah, good call.
Spicy ketchup is delicious. It's so damn good.
My 3 is the Chick-fil-A sauce. I love Chick-fil-A sauce.
Weirdly enough, I've never had it.
Yeah, that is really weird. Like, I think I have a few in my fridge. I'll bring down.
I only order the spicy chicken. I only order original chicken, and then if I order the nuggets, I get the barbecue.
Yeah, you
and
should
then
try
if I
the
get
Chick-fil-A
the spicy deluxe, I don't need a sauce. So I've literally never used any other sauce other than barbecue from Chick-fil-A.
But you can get the Chick-fil-A sauce and dip your fries in. See, what we're going to do,
you're
not a fry dipper.
I'm not a fry dipper.
You're not a fry dipper, but that's because you have not tried these sweets and sours and these Chick-fil-A sauce. I'm going to make you a sauce array of all these wonderful sauces for your fries, and every time you get fries, you're going to be like, oh, damn, I wish I had a Chick-fil-A sauce. I might stop at Chick-fil-A on the way home.
Because it tastes good on the chicken
drive it,
sandwich.
by the
Have
way.
you tried that?
I have not. I've never put it on the chicken sandwich. I have used it with the nuggets.
That's the thing. That sandwich is so damn good, it doesn't need anything else
But
added to it.
All right. Well, we'll go. I was gonna say we'll go tomorrow because we'll be downtown. It's Monday night, but we're not gonna be downtown tomorrow
What is the
for Monday
Bunker
night.
Park one? Did you see
Good,
they're
pretty
building
soon.
Dick's on Charleston there?
I don't pay attention to
They're building
Dick's.
Dick's Sporting Goods.
Oh, over where Sports Chalet used to be.
I think so.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I'm stoked for that.
I can't. Yeah, I might even apply to work there because, be cool. Where do you work, Dick's? Chris used to work at Dick's. Chris
Another good sauce is Popeye's buffalo sauce.
The
The dipping
I
sauce,
never-
buffalo style. It's really good.
I never had that one.
It's awesome. You have to ask for it, of course.
What was that? You did your 3. Now my 2. My 2 is, I mean, a lot of people are gonna look at me like, what, you're picking that for your 2, but Jack in the Box buttermilk house sauce, aka ranch.
You can say, yeah.
It's just.
As far as ranch goes, I've heard it's one of the best ones.
It is the single greatest ranch.
No, I hate
it's
ranch,
not
so-
even close when it comes to ranches.
But you didn't put the one you had last night on here. The blackened.
No, that was really good too, but I haven't had it enough. You know, it's like the sample size isn't large enough. But the Jack in the Box ranch sauce, no, it's not like most of the ranch you get anywhere is gonna be like ranch dressing. This is a different style ranch. It's really, really, really good. I hoard this wherever I go. Whenever I go to Jack in the Box, I'm like, give me some ranches. Even I go to Jack in the Box and get like a milkshake. I'll be like, can I get a couple ranches, please? And they'll give them to you because it's their buttermilk house sauce. It actually says that on the little label. And you just keep these because there's nothing you can't dip in Jack in the Box buttermilk house sauce. Like when Taco Bell came out with their nacho fries a couple years ago, remember that? Not even a couple years ago. They'd come out with it.
I almost put the nacho cheese sauce on here.
Those fries, I was eating those and I was like, you know what these would be good with? Jack in the Box ranch. So I
bet the KFC fries are probably good with Jack in the Box.
They probably are. Have you ever dipped anything? Like, I dipped the tacos from Jack in the Box in the Jack in the Box ranch sauce. It's really good. Which also, shout out to their Chipotle avocado sauce. Not Chipotle. Creamy avocado lime sauce, which came out this recent year, which is really good. But also another thing, sample size is too small. I need more things to go into it. But Jack in the Box ranch, you could put anything in. We could put these things in ranch. These things will go in Jack in the Box ranch really good. Beer, dip this in Jack in the Box ranch. Fucking delicious. Anything. Like, it's the type of stuff you got something at home. What are those things I got in my freezer? Pizza rolls.
Yeah,
Pizza rolls,
rolls
Jack
would
in the Box
probably be
ranch.
good, yeah.
OMG. Awesome. It's a fantastic version of ranch, a dipping. It's what a ranch dip should be, not because it's not a dressing, it's a ranch dip. So great stuff. What's your 2?
Arby's sauce.
Arby's sauce made it all the way up to 2. Damn.
It's like, okay, so literally, I put Arby's sauce on one thing and one thing only, but every time I go to Jack in the Box, every time I go to Arby's, I get that one thing. So you get the roast beef sandwich, and they're like, do you need any sauce with that? And I'm like, all I need is one packet of Arby's sauce, because I don't want to waste it. That's what I say every single time. So all I need is one Arby's sauce that I put on, I take the top bun off, put the Arby's sauce, and smush it down for my roast beef. But it's the sauce that I use more than any other sauce for my fast food endeavors.
It's just like a barbecue
It's
sauce.
but it's different. It's different. There's
Yeah,
something
you can't put
different
that on
about
other
it. You
stuff,
can't
though.
put your finger on, and it doesn't go on anything else.
It's made for their meat.
It's made for that roast beef sandwich, and that's
Yep,
it.
That's it. Because I've tried it on other stuff. Yuck. But on
But
that
it's number
sandwich,
2 on
would
my
you-
list
would you
because I
dip-
use it more than anything.
Would you dip your curly fries in it?
I would give it
I
a
have.
shot,
I have.
but
Not
the
good?
curly fries are so
It's
damn
okay.
good, you don't need a sauce on them. Like I said, I'm not a fry dipper. Curly fries are so
Yeah,
damn
I know.
good.
That's why I
Get
went
the
that
potato
direction.
cakes from there. I love the potato cakes.
You know what's really good with those potato cakes?
Arby's
Jack
sauce.
in the Box Ranch. It's another one I've done. I used to work near an
But
Arby's.
no, I love the Arby's sauce. It's not barbecue. There's something different
Yeah. that's
about it.
different.
I would love to look up the recipe one day. I don't want to ruin it. Seeing an ingredient that I might not like.
Yeah, I'm intrigued for your number 1 now because your list went from
My
like,
one is your one. My one is your one.
Oh, okay, so it's going back up then.
Yeah.
We have the same one.
It's not even close for ones.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the greatest sauce ever.
The greatest sauce ever, known to man.
It's not even close.
Did we segue to that, or are you done with
I'm
Arby's
done
sauce
with
yet?
Arby's sauce.
Okay.
We can
I'm
talk
just-
about
I'm
Raising
not a-
Cane's we
like-
can talk about forever. 'Cause
I'm not an Arby's sauce guy. To me, it's just like a regular barbecue sauce. If I was getting my barbecue, I would go to the late smoking hot barbecue, which had some really good sauce. Put that on my roast beef.
Yeah, no, they're habanero jerk. Peach habanero. Was it peach habanero?
Habanero peach, yeah, that's
Jerk.
damn
Original.
good.
Still open. You still order.
You can still order it.
Still order, folks.
All right, folks. If you listen on Fast Talk, you can still order. Just go to the Google, type in
Smoking hot barbecue.
smoking hot
So
BBQ.
it just started up and running again. Charles has texted, or he did his on his Facebook, did it up, down, but not out.
There you go. Down but not out. Back to Raising Cane's.
AKA, I owe a lot of money and I gotta sell this inventory.
So I gave them love. I gave Raising Cane's love last time with the crinkle cut fries.
You did, and I thought that was odd. But Raising Cane's
The
sauce,
only fry I dip in sauce because I have it open and ready to go.
oh, yes, it is great. And
Fries with it, chicken with it.
they
Put that Texas toast in it.
believe
Or
it.
whatever the toast. they
Yeah,
give
there's
you.
not a thing I get at Raising Cane's that I don't dip in the Raising Cane sauce, except for the drinks. I do not put that in the cane sauce. But like to me, they'll ask you, "Do you want ketchup?" Why the hell would I need ketchup? I have cane
They shouldn't
sauce.
carry any other sauce in that restaurant.
They,
There should
the,
be
only,
no
the only
reason-
other thing they carry is honey mustard.
should
It's
be
honey mustard and ketchup.
No reason for them to have
And it's
any
like,
other sauce.
why
in
do you
that
have honey
restaurant.
mustard? Now, I'm going to tell you about my first Raising Cane sauce experience.
Okay. Yeah,
So I'm a chicken finger dude. Well, it was supposed to be so you could listen, but
I'm listening. I can't hold my bladder.
But, I'm a chicken finger dude, and it's 05. I'm driving home from a 51s game. Get off the freeway, and there's this new place, Cane's Chicken Fingers. All we do is chicken fingers. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? So my little brother's in the car. I'm like, Jimmy, this place says all they do is chicken fingers. You want to try some? And he's like, okay. And so we kind of go in, drive through, get the stuff. And they're like, do you want cane sauce? And I'm like, all right, I'll try your sauce. You know, it's your thing. All you do is chicken fingers. So and it wasn't that good. First time, wasn't that good. But the chicken was good. The fries were good. The toast was good. So, you know, it's hot and fresh. But so, yeah, I'm not going to kill it. But maybe I'll try it some other time. So a couple months pass and I'm driving by again. So, you know, I'll try those Cane's fingers again. Because the fingers were good.
Fingers are great.
And they're like, they give you the thing and automatic comes with the sauce. And I'm like, all right, I'll try it again. And then you try it and I'm like, this isn't as bad as I remember. It's actually pretty good. And so it was good, you know, dipping everything in it. And then the next time I went, I was like, all right, let me try that sauce. Last time it was pretty decent. So And I'm like, holy shit, this sauce is the best sauce I've ever
See,
had.
it's weird to
And I was
me
like-
because the first time I tried it was the time I knew that it was the best sauce that I had ever had in my life.
So you're the first person I've ever heard say that. Everybody else says they try it the first time and
No.
they're like, this isn't that good. And then the second time, they give you the little ramekin of the sauce and you're like licking the ramekin clean like it's a Jello pudding snack, snack packs, licking that clean when you're 8 years old. It's snack time in 3rd grade. But yeah, that's cane sauce. Like, I don't know about you, I put this on everything. Like, if you ever get an extra
Like
thing
the
of
fact
cane
that
sauce,
they haven't tried to market just selling jars of the sauce is beyond me. Unless they have it, I just haven't.
you can
noticed.
buy a cup of it for like $5 if you ask them for it. Yeah, I know they really should. And other places have tried. A lot of places have tried to mimic this. It's kind of like the In-N-Out spread. Like, you can go to chicken finger places, like mom and pop chicken finger. They're like, oh, try our sauce, and it'll look like cane sauce, but it's not cane sauce. And then I think there was another one that even tried one of the chains. It might have been Burger King, but I don't remember. Oh no, KFC. KFC did it. They made their own sauce too, KFC sauce, and it was trying to be like cane sauce. Now that's the thing. Chick-fil-A sauce is not anything like cane sauce, but KFC sauce was, and no, it's not. Put cane sauce. You can put that on hot dogs. Delicious. Use it as a salad dressing. Amazing. Put it on a spread on your sandwich.
Kind of ruins the point of a salad.
What?
I feel like putting cane
Salad
sauce
dressing?
on a salad.
You're using it as a salad dressing. It's not like you're putting Italian dressing on and then throwing cane sauce on top of that.
But the point of the salad is to I feel like the cane sauce has a lot of calories in it. So.
Well, that's if you're like a 16-year-old girl and you're eating salad to stay fit. I eat salad because tomatoes. I like tomatoes, and it's also a good precursor to a meal. No, put it on your salads, put it on your cheeseburgers, put it on your hot dogs.
In it.
Yeah.
I would love to try to recreate it.
Like, you know what I would
I
like?
think the recipe's out there somewhere.
I'm gonna go a little crazy. I'm gonna go a little crazy right now. My ultimate fantasy. You know how like sometimes and I'm gonna think Varsity Blues right now.
But if you could make a chicken patty and then just they dip it in buffalo sauce, do the buffalo chicken sandwich. Just dip it in the Raising Cane sauce, and you have a Raising Cane chicken sandwich.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah, that's not where I was going with my Raising Cane sauce fantasy. But I was thinking like Varsity Blues. Ali Larder comes out with the whipped cream bikini. I'm thinking like if some hot chick were to do like a Raising Cane sauce bikini, yeah, that would be hot. I would go for that. I wouldn't miss a drop. And I ruined the fast talk.
And on that note,
it's the best. It is the best sauce.
it's the best sauce.
I'm gonna tag
not even
Raising
close.
Cane's. I'm gonna tag you Raising Cane's, and maybe you'll
Give us some free sauce.
share us on your website, and we can get 80 more subscribers. Because that's really all we need, folks. If you're listening, go ahead and click subscribe because we really, really appreciate it. And I promise you'll only get notifications when we upload new videos. And you can just click delete or set your filters to send those to the trash if you don't want them. I really appreciate it if you listen to every one, though. That'd be cool. We do like those. Views mean a lot, but so do subscribers, and we appreciate your loyalty, just like Raising Cane's appreciates our loyalty. And apparently McDonald's probably appreciates our loyalty, too. But I don't appreciate their non-loyalty to Szechuan sauce fans. That's it. Go Knights, go.
We'll come back with a response to Game 5, probably. Or...
Yeah, we could go. Yeah, we could go live tomorrow if we lose. Let's not lose.
Let's not lose.
Let's not
Go Knights,
lose.
go.
And go Celtics too.